Hello everyone and welcome back again to my channel. My name is Gloria. I'm a Nigerian based in the province of Ontario here in Canada, and I love to help newcomers by sharing my personal experiences and all that you need to know to help you to settle in this country successfully. So if this is the kind of content that you like to watch, definitely hit that red subscribe button for me and turn on your notification icon so that you will be the first to know when I upload new videos. And guys, in this video today, I'm going to be talking to you about what you need to know once you land here in Canada at the Toronto International Airport or any other airport here in Canada. And we're starting right now. Welcome back. So are you a new immigrant to Canada? Or are you an international student who is looking to come to study here in Canada? Or you're simply just a visitor or a tourist who wants to come to Canada? This video is for you. In this video, I'm going to share what happens at an airport once you land here in Canada. So a lot of persons would come to this country for several reasons. We know we have visitors who usually regularly come to this country. We also have permanent residents who are coming to land in this country. And we also have international students who are also coming here to school. We also have foreign workers who are coming here to work. Once you get to the airport, please make your way up to, and you're going to be guided where you will get to meet with an immigration officer. First and foremost, they usually would ask you where are you traveling from and ask you for your travel documents or your passport. If you are a returning Canadian or a permanent resident who has just traveled and is just coming back into the country, you will be asked for your permanent resident card. If you're a Canadian, of course, they would ask you for your Canadian passport. Other than that, you need to make your way because there are a number of persons who come into Canada on a regular basis, like I said earlier on. So you need to know fully well that so many a number of persons would be present at the airport once you land. It depends on the time you come in. I believe right now, because of the pandemic, there are restrictions on when airlines can land in the country, but you would need to check that information. So once you land, make your way up to where you meet the immigration officers. They will ask you those questions for sure. And then there's usually a kiosk where you would get to the first time you get to the airport. And at the kiosk, if you're a returning Canadian, like a permanent resident, there's one area where you would be directed to the left. If you are like a visitor, or you are an international student, or you're a foreign worker, you will be directed to the other section where you'll be asked to wait on the line. Now, as a Canadian resident or a Canadian citizen, usually would have to scan your travel document, and then you would be asked to get to one of the immigration officers. Now, the immigration officers are very, very nice and very, very friendly. You need to be very honest and try not to hide anything because they would always know when you're trying to hide, and try not to lie as well. First and foremost, they usually would ask, where are you traveling from? You know, with a smile on their faces. And they need you to also, if you are a permanent, if you are somebody who has the COPR, planning to get a permanent resident, they usually will ask for a copy of your COPR document because they need to stamp it, and they will return a copy back to you. And once you're done, like this is, let me break it down. If you are on the COPR landing and you're looking to get your permanent resident, once you're done with the officer, they usually would ask you to go to the other room where you'll be asked or required to give them an address where they would send you your permanent resident card. Usually comes in the mail. It takes a couple of weeks for it to get to your mailing address. Usually when you're filling your forms, you probably would have an address where it should go to. Otherwise, you would need to have that updated. Now, if you are a visitor here in Canada, and even if you are somebody who is looking to study here as an international student or a foreign worker, you usually would have received a landing card on the airplane before you land here in Canada. So on that declaration form, that's what we call it, you usually would need to state how much you're holding in terms of cash value. They want to know if it's above 10,000 because you're not allowed to hold anything. Even if you have that, you need to also declare that this is what you have. If you have a company luggages or a company things that are coming through ship or through something somewhere else, you need to also declare that. The kind of food items that you bring into the country, you also need to declare it. I always recommend that you declare everything you're bringing in because you don't want the officers to think that you are trying to hide something. So always declare it on that form that you're given to. Now, once you're done with the officers, so now we're talking about those who are visitors and international students and all of that, they would ask you as a visitor, what are you coming to do in Canada? How long are you going to stay here in Canada? They would need to see proof that you're actually going back at the end of your time here. If you're an international student, for sure, they would ask you for a copy of your study permit because they will need that particular document to stamp when you're supposed to leave Canada by. If you're a foreign worker, the same thing applies to you. The officer will request for your worker permit. You need to give that to the officer because they would need to stamp on that saying or stating when you're supposed to leave Canada by. Now, once you're done with the officers, you've answered their questions, you've given them the required document that they need, they would now ask you to present, to go and get your bags or your luggages. We call them luggages here in Canada. So you now depart from the officer and you go to your baggage claim area where you go and search for your bags. Now, I need to stress this particular point. When you're leaving your country of origin, on your luggages, it's always recommended that you have something. I usually tie a rope with different colors so that I know fully where I'm able to distinguish my luggages when I get to baggage claim area, because a number of persons might have similar luggages the same as you have, but the only thing that would distinguish one bag from the other or one luggage from the other is whatever you use to tie your bags, just to remind you of what your luggage are. So once you're done with your bags, and if you don't get to see your bags or your luggages, I don't know why I keep referring to bags. If you don't see your luggages, there's always an area where you can go and meet the officers there or the agent and let them know that you traveled, you haven't seen your luggage, you want to know what's going on. They probably would ask you to fill a form. With that form, they would decide when to get back to you once your bag arrives. It's possible that there is a delay. It's possible that your bags haven't just arrived in Canada and it might take 2 or 3 days as the case may be. Now, once you're done getting your bags and you're through with all of this stuff with the officers and everything, you would also move toward the exit area. Now, the exit area, before you leave, you would still meet with another officer again, and that officer would ask you for your declaration form and ask you what you're carrying. Some of them will ask you some questions. Some of them will just take your declaration form and ask you to keep going. So once you're done with that, you have landed in Canada. So congratulations. So I wanted to share that information with you all. And please, it's very important that you declare everything that you're bringing to this country because they would always ask you. And nobody is going to tell you to take off your shoes or something like that, because I don't think it's allowed here in Canada when you're passing through the metal doors. And I don't know that there are when you're arriving, but I might be wrong again. But anyways, I just wanted to make this quick video to tell you what happens at an international airport here in Canada. Usually, because I live here in Ontario, it's at the YYZ International Airport in Mississauga. That's where you would land. And then if you have family members that are coming to pick you, they will just be outside waiting for you. With this pandemic, nobody's allowed into the airport. So you probably would need a taxi, or somebody might just come to pick you up. I don't know. But normally, because of the pandemic, you have to stay like mandatory 3 days in quarantine. So there's a possibility that your airport shuttle would come pick you up at the airport, and then you now go straight to your hotel, after which you have to stay for 3 days. And then you can decide to come to your own house. If you don't have one that you've written on your form, then you would have to go to a government assigned area where you stay for your 14 days to complete your 14 days. And then you're free as a bird to do whatever you want. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like this video, share my video with your friends and family who are thinking to come to Canada at this time. Those who are looking to relocate to Canada as well will benefit from this particular video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's very, very important. I am begging you to please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much. And always turn on your notification icon so that you will be the first to know when I upload new videos. And to my amazing, amazing subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thanks for believing in me. I'm so super pumped to continue to make videos for you. And definitely let me know in the comment section. It's very important that you also leave me comments. Let me know in the comment section, do you have a video idea for me? Let me know what other videos you would like to see on this channel. And I'm going to end this video right now. And until I see you in my very next video, which will be very, very soon, and very super pumped for my next video. But until then, stay safe and have a good day.